Hi, I'm Jonna Lee. I play acoustic music. I'm Jaw Acoustic, and you're watching Channel 17.
All right, folks, it's Farrell once again with Crowd Surfing. We're up here at Harley and Bucks in Eden, Utah. We're here for the first annual Survivor Foundation. So let's go find out what it's all about and talk to some people. All righty, I'm here with
Deanne Sorensen.
And Deanne, can you tell me a little bit about what it is we're doing up here today?
We are doing a fundraiser for the Desmoid Tumor Research Foundation and for the FAP Foundation, which is Familial Adenomatous Polyposis. They are both very rare cancers. Desmoids, for instance, there is only 3 per every million of us. So every million people, there is only 3 people with desmoids.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Lisa Miners.
And Lisa, can you tell me a little bit about your? I hate to call it a cancer because it's really not a cancer, is it?
Well, yes and no. I mean, it's a non-metastasizing cancer, but it's aggressive and it takes over like parts of your body and can get into your muscles, and like it was into my muscle and it was growing around it, and so they had to take my muscle out and cut the tumor out of my muscle, and so it can take over parts of your body that you don't want to take over.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Scott Sluis.
Olivia.
And you know what? I'm glad you said your name because I always wondered how you said your last name.
That's how you say
I thought it was Sluice.
And that a lot of people say it that way, and so I'm used to hearing it that way. But
Oh, good. So can you tell me a little bit about what it is you're doing down here today?
absolutely supporting, first of all, a friend and a survivor, Deanne Sorensen, who's thrown this, I think, wonderful event together. And just wanted to come down and support and see what we can do to maybe contribute some funds to it. And so anyway.
Maybe help with some awareness or something, because I'd never even heard of this until Deanne mentioned something. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, and as we've all read, if you've watched some of her posts on Facebook, that it's a quite rare form of cancer. So yeah, to bring awareness to people that they need funding too. There's quite a bit for the other types of cancers, but these people need funding too. So
you're like 3 in a million instead of 1 in a million, which is still pretty good.
I'm still pretty darn awesome. I have had desmoids for 18 years. The first one caused quite a bit of damage in my leg. Show him my scar, Sharon's talking. I have 2 more now that are inoperable, meaning they cannot take them out without amputating my leg. So I'm doing medication. There is no medication per se for us because there's no money in it for the pharmaceutical companies.
It's gone now. They were able to remove all of it?
All of it is removed. I get scans every 6 months to make sure that it's gone. And luckily, for the past year, I've not had any growth come back.
So are you from the Ogden area, or where are you from?
Yes, I grew up in Brigham City, Utah, but I moved about 30 minutes south of Brigham City after I graduated high school and been there ever since.
Because Deanne was telling me like 3 in a million people have this, so I was just wondering, to get 10 people here, she had to go through, how's the math work? 30 million people.
Right.
All right, well, hey, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for talking with me.
Thank you.
You know, I think what amazes me most about Deanne is she's so positive about everything. It's quite incredible how positive she is. I tell her some days, like, it makes me mad how positive you are. Can't you just say one bad thing about somebody? But she never does. What's up with that?
I know, and I try. I'm trying to teach her to be mean. She's not learning very well. I don't know. So I'm mean for both of us.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you and I will pick up the slack.
I can probably pick most of it up by myself, but if I need help,
Not a problem.
How about her? Can you be mean?
I don't think so.
No?
She's training too, but
So you've hung out with Deanne a lot and you learn how to be nice to people.
Yeah, I went to Halloween with her once.
Yeah, see, being nice to people is going to get you in trouble.
Made a great haunted house. They made a great haunted house of her.
Oh, they do, huh? I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
Yes. Alrighty, cool, guys. Well, hey, thanks for talking with me. I appreciate it.
thank you.
So like with regular cancer, like my father had lung cancer, and they tried to treat him the best they could. But for something like that, there's nothing they can do, nothing that makes the tumor shrink, nothing that makes it stop growing. Just
There has been no clinical trials. So there's no money in the pharmaceutical companies. They're not going to make any money off of us. So we're kind of really way down the list.
it's kind of like supply and demand. There's just not enough.
Yes. We are $300,000 away from clinical trials of orphan drugs.
What are orphan drugs? Is this something that Annie offers?
Orphan drugs are drugs that the pharmaceutical companies are not interested in doing.
Artie, I am here with.
Michelle.
And Michelle, can you tell me a little bit about what it is that you're doing down here today?
Oh, I'm helping out with the fundraiser for the Desmoid Tumors, and I'm just giving people information about the protocol for cancer, tumors, cysts. This is our line right here, and I have other products, our skin products, and some of the women's issues, menopause. Whoops. And some information on depression. Just giving people information on these issues. It's natural medicine. We're trying to promote natural medicine.
Instead of just a bunch of crazy chemicals injected into your body.
Yeah, yes.
Artie, I'm here with.
Sherry Gould.
And Sherry, can you tell me a little bit about why you're here today?
You bet. I am 36 years old, and I was diagnosed 7.5 years ago with a desmoid tumor in my low back in the flank area. And since then, I have had 5 surgeries to remove 3 different tumors. I've also had 33 treatments of IMRT radiation and 3 treatments of CyberKnife radiation. And about 9 months ago, found out that I have a 4th tumor growing in my back. And so I'm here today just to lend support to all the other desmoid tumor patients and to celebrate surviving and being here.
Artie, I'm here with.
The Desmoid Tumor Research Foundation.
What's your name?
I'm Carol Elder. I'm the mother of Kelly Elder.
And Kelly didn't want to talk on camera. I don't know why. But you're too shy? Is that what it is? All right, well.
Yeah, just...
Can you tell me a little bit about what Kelly's been through with this whole ordeal?
Kelly originally had staples in her leg, in her knee, and then a year later, a big tumor appeared above the surgical site. Ever since then, she's been, for the last 12 years, been through chemo, radiation, at least 8 surgeries, and the latest was the amputation of her leg, and now they found 5 new desmoids in her hip. So she's been through a lot.
A lot, yeah.
She's a trooper.
So like right now, there is a drug called Nexavar, which works fairly well for desmoid tumors. It's not approved for us. It's approved for leukemia. It's not approved for us.
So they can't prescribe that to you unless you have leukemia.
Money.
Well, yeah. I guess we're both in a bad.
Yeah. So if you can pay for it, you can have it. But as far as insurance is concerned, we can't have it yet.
And is that really the bottom line? Is just money, or it's just so rare that?
When I was diagnosed, my doctor didn't know what I had, and that is very common. You can go to the doctor and they will pass you around and pass you around and pass you around because they don't know what it is. So the awareness level, even in the medical community, is really low.
Alrighty, well, hey, you're busy. I appreciate you talking with me. Thank you. Don't leave me hanging, Deanne. We're friends. Come on.
Thank you, Farrell.
So are they just like, are they vitamins? What exactly are they?
Right here is our Lifelong Vitality. And yes, these are vitamins. We have Alpha CRS. That it works for, my mind just went blank.
Mine does it all the time. Don't worry about it.
That is for inflammation. It helps with the cardio. It also helps with brain function. Then
I could use some of the brain function stuff.
Then we have our multivitamin, which is the Microplex VMZ, and then our EO Omega, which is our fish oil. And then we have our DDR Prime. That's also helps with the cell, regenerating new cells. And then we have our information about tumors, cancer, and cysts.
Alrighty, very well. Hey, I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, I'm here with
Tom Sorensen.
And Tom, I saw you messing with the soundboard here and dragging a guitar. Are you some kind of roadie or?
Today, yes, I am a roadie. I'm a roadie for the entertainment. That would be the Barbalut suits, Sans one suit plus one Danny. So that's what we're doing.
Yes. So can you tell me what you're really down here doing?
Here for the part of the first annual Survivor celebration for the Desmoid Tumor and FAP and colorectal cancer survivors.
And how would you know one of these people?
Deanne Sorensen is my wife. She's been dealing with this for 18 years, and it's just part of our lives, so that's what we do.
She's been brave and...
Well, she doesn't want to be on TV, though. She survived all this crap and then doesn't want to be on TV.
She'll be on TV, but she just doesn't want to talk.
Don't worry, I talk enough for 3 people, so we're in good shape. So are you guys from the Ogden area? Where are you from?
We're from Spanish Fork, Utah, and she started Primary Children's, and then she got transferred over to the Huntsman's Cancer Center, so we have a 70-mile drive each way. So it hasn't been fun.
So are you from the Ogden area, or where are you from?
I am not. I am from Nephi. I live in Nephi with my husband and my 3 kids.
So how difficult, because Deanne was telling me there's hardly any awareness of this, hardly anybody, how difficult is it to get through life when you tell people that you have this form of cancer and they're like, are you making this up? I mean, do people look at you kind of strange?
Yeah, most people have never heard of a desmoid tumor. They have no idea what a desmoid tumor is. So I have to go through the whole thing explaining to them, they are a non-metastasizing form of tumor. They won't spread, but they are very locally aggressive. And so where there isn't a whole lot of awareness about them, then there's really not a whole lot of knowledge. Most people just really don't know about them, and so besides the internet, that's about the only place that I go, and that's how I connected with Deanne, was over Facebook. Found a couple of other people that have desmoid tumors through Facebook and through the internet.
Alrighty, well, I'll let you get back to taking pictures, but I appreciate you talking to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
So, Deanne, I talked to Deanne, and she's saying how rare this is and how it's not well known. How familiar is Huntsman Cancer Institute with this type of?
They are very familiar. They have one of the best doctors in the nation, Dr. Laura Randall, and he does a lot of research in it and is on the DTRF board of medical directors and stuff. So we really trust him, and he's one of the best in the nation. He has people from all over the United States come to see him just for this condition.
Very good. All righty. Well, hey, I appreciate you talking with me.
Thanks.
And I appreciate you sitting there in silence. Thank you. I was just going to ask, how does that affect your daily life? I mean, it's got to be just a big thorn in your side all the time, isn't it?
It's one of those things that's always there. You can never not be aware of it. You just try to work around it the best you can and just go on and live your life every day.
Well, and I was telling Scott, Deanne, she's got quite the attitude. How does she have such a great attitude all the time?
She's always been that way. She's, regardless of the situation, the girl is positive. And that's one of the things that I love most about her, is her positivity. She makes my life so much easier because she is so good with what she's dealing with. It's awesome.
Very well. All righty, man. Well, hey, thanks for talking with me.
My man.
You ready? All righty, folks. That's going to do it for me. Deanne, is there any place, if anybody's looking for information, where they can find information on this?
You can go to www.dtrf.org. That is the Desmoid Tumor Research Foundation.
And all the information you could ever want is there?
Yes, it is.
All righty, go check it out. Thanks for watching.